So, welcome to episode 118 of the Daily Shed, and today I'm going to show, this will be a level 5, pretty advanced here, playing the melody of one song over the chords of another song. And it's a pretty cool thing. Many great soloists will do this, especially jazz players will quote other melodies as they're playing through, from a different song as they're playing through a song. And I think it's a nice exercise, whether you're playing jazz or whether you're playing fingerstyle guitar, or just want to have a nice challenge. And it's very interesting to hear how a melody changes when you hear it over different chords. So I'm going to use the chord changes to the folk song 500 Miles, which is G to E minor, to C, to A minor, to C, to D, back to G. Turns around on D, then back to G again. So not a complicated song to do. But over that then, I'll show you how it sounds to play some different melodies. So I'll keep the bass line going of 500 Miles. And C, A minor, C, D, G, ending on D like that. So if I put over When the Saints Go Marching In, it's sort of interesting sound. So instead of 500 Miles, now I'll keep the chords of 500 Miles and do the melody for When the Saints Go Marching In. Okay, so you can hear the two songs, you can hear the chords, and the melody, at least to me, the melody sounds completely different over those different chords. It really changes the song. You can recognize it, but there's something very different about it. Let's see, I can do Somewhere Over the Rainbow over the same chords. So again, G, E, C to A minor, C, D, ending on G. Now if I do Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Somewhere Over the Rainbow, the length of bars is a little different. So at the end, the melody gets a little funny. You have to cut it off. But you can hear most of it. At the end, it actually makes sense. It's almost the same chords in the turnaround. But especially at the beginning, I think it sounds pretty interesting. Yeah, pretty interesting like that. The Star Spangled Banner, I can do over 500 Miles, I think. Let's see. Okay, so I'll start right before the chords. It actually makes sense by the end. But hopefully you can hear what this does. It really puts the melody in such a different context. Hey there, Dave. In such a different context that it really tickles the ear a bit. And the cool thing is that there's something very familiar about hearing something like. But you may not even recognize it at first. It's just a little bit of familiarity. But putting it over those different chords really changes things. And for me, I've also found, I'll do this sometimes as an exercise, try different melodies. And I might end up with melodies over chords that I might not think of before, using kind of unusual notes over different chords. It can suggest some pretty different things to you. And it's also a nice thing to have on hand as you're soloing. It's not something that I do a lot. I tend to be thinking along my own melodies when I'm doing solos, just kind of improvising. But it's a cool thing to be able to throw in something that's recognizable as. You know, it's pretty cool. Everyone knows it. Something as that is pretty great to throw in, and people will kind of recognize that and have kind of a cool experience before you go and move on from there. So I hope this is useful to you. Hope it makes sense what I'm doing. Please let me know any comments or questions you may have, and thanks so much for watching.